are listening to the most original talk radio station anywhere. We are LA Talk Radio at latalkradio.com.
You're listening to The Kathy Lee Parker Show, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Thank you for listening in. Today I have with me two young entrepreneurs. The first one is Deja, age 14, and Canyon, age 12. And before they jump on board with us, I'm going to read off a few of the accomplishments they have accomplished in the past 3 years. Number one, they have provided a kid entrepreneurs. Number two, they are inventors and patent holders. Number three, they featured in the Wall Street Journal. Number four, they hosted at the Sundance Film Festival. Number five, they featured by the United Inventors Association. Number six, they are the Best State Award winners. And number seven, they're the holders of multiple product distribution deals. And number eight, they experienced the Pitch Kids. Let me tell you, these kids are incredible. I hate to see what the next 3 years are going to be like. Welcome, Deja and Canyon, to my show.
Hi.
And Canyon, are you there?
Yes.
You are. You're so quiet. But I love you kids. I met you kids a couple weeks ago with your father, and you guys are on your way. I can just see it. I can see it now. And I know you're waiting for a couple film features like Walt Disney and a few others out there. And I just hate to see what you guys are going to be doing in the next 3 years. I mean, you make some of the business people and inventors look pretty bad. Do you know that?
Yeah, we're pretty excited to see what the future holds.
Oh, it holds a lot. The door is so open for you, too. First of all, Cannon, what I would like to ask you is what made you become a young inventor?
Well, our single dad has been really supportive to us have our decisions. He has made our mentoring partner and collaborator.
Mm-hmm.
And actually help kids to be out there.
Okay, and Deja, tell me, what was your first invention as a kid inventor?
Our first invention is called Imagine It Skins. We started coming up with the idea when our dad came home with the CPAP machine. He had to have a sleep study, and he had to wear like this pilot mask to bed, and it was pretty horrifying, actually. So we came up with the idea, Imagine It Skins, to just add a brighter environment for any medical environment, like with the medical equipment children have to bring home or in hospital rooms. And so we put in bright images in hospital rooms for kids on a reusable vinyl that is more cost effective. It's 1/5 the cost of a traditional mural artist.
Yes, I noticed, and I went to your website, and it's imageitskins.com. Is that right?
It's actually called ImagineItSkins.com.
Imagine. Okay, something like that. ImagineItSkins.com. And I went there the other day to look at, see what this was all about, and I was impressed with some of the artwork.
Yeah, some of the benefits of our company is it's easy to use. It has an enormous variety, easy to clean, easy to remove and reuse. You can also do custom designs on our website. You can put in your own image, and we can print it out. And it could be like pictures of your family, pictures of anything that you want, and we can print it out, and you can put it anywhere, like in your house or on the wall. And it makes a warm and comfortable environment.
That is so, and it's reusable, right? Like you said, right? It's reusable. Correct. And so you can take it to the hospital, like you invent for the hospital kids, and cheer them up. And has Primary Kids looked at this? I mean, Primary Hospital looked at this?
Yes, they did. And the hospital is near us also.
Wow. Good for you. That's incredible. That's a clever idea. And See, what else do we have here? Okay, number 3. What was your most recent invention? Cannon, tell me that. What is your most recent invention?
Well, it was the backpack. And what it is, it's an insert for student backpacks. It fits in any backpack that we know of, and it helps keep the books up against the back to help carry heavy textbooks and laptops.
Is that video I saw that's out on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. That's a great idea, because those backpacks can get really heavy. I even see when I fly, those kids or even young adults carry those backpacks, and I'm thinking, man, that looks so heavy.
Hey, Kathy, this is Mark, their dad. I'm going to chime in a little bit here on the back pal, because I think that's going to be a legacy lever for Deja and Canyon. They have put their heart and soul into that product, and it's the first time that anybody's actually looked at the ergonomics that are happening with kids' backpacks. You know, the current state of affairs is there's a bowling ball sitting at the bottom of a backpack that rips apart a kid's back. It really creates long-term health problems. And our insert pops into any existing backpack, and it keeps the laptop and the books up against the student's back. And the human body can actually carry more weight if the backs and the laptop or the weight are up against the spine. And that's the real advantage of the back pal.
And when are they going to be? Do you have those out already are they going to be ready for this year's kids to go back to school with? And
they will be. We've got a couple pending deals that we can't quite announce yet, but your listeners can certainly go to our Facebook page and actually order them before they become on the market, before they go to the market. And if they go to the Kids Freshman Inventors Facebook page, it's called Freshman Inventors, and you'll see a picture of Deja and Canyon there. You also can see a video of the back pal insert as it's working. And people can just send us a message on that Facebook page, and we'll be happy to fulfill their order for the back pals. But they will be in stores for this coming school season.
Now, it's an insert that goes into the backpack, right? Is that
That's
correct?
Right. So, and I've walked with the kids up and down the halls of all the box stores, and we tried to put our insert into every conceivable backpack that we could find, and we have yet to find a backpack that it will not fit into. So parents or students of any age, college or graduate school level, they don't have to go buy a new backpack. They can use their existing backpack. They can have all the colors they want from their favorite manufacturer, and they would use our insert to just plop inside. It expands, and then it has these folder pockets that have compression technology on them that keep the books and the laptop up against the back, and they're good to go. It protects the electronics. It actually protects the laptop. It makes the backpack actually last longer because it gives it more structure inside. You know, a lot of times these students are throwing the bags at each other at school, so they take a lot of torture, and we're actually extending the lives of existing backpacks.
Well, it's not just for the younger generation; it's for college students too. I mean, I don't know about you, but backpacks were just coming in when I was going out college. And
don't date yourself, Kathy. Come on. Don't call yourself in front of the bush.
But, you know, those books were really heavy, you know, and running around from class to class and finals and stuff, it would be nice to have something more sport. I did see you about a year ago, Mark, and you were just coming out with you and your kids, coming out with this product. And I remember you made me put on a backpack between two of them, and you can really tell the difference with the weight.
Sure, and it was a painful experience. I mean, we went through 14 prototypes because the design that we're using has never been used before. Nobody's ever thought about it this way before, and we have multiple patents pending on this, and we think it's just going to save a lot of kids from a lot of pain and heartbreak. And also, it's a great organizing system. You know, when I go to my daughter's school, I see her and her locker partner digging at the bottom of their locker or digging at the bottom of their backpacks, and they can't figure out what they've got to take home or what they've got to leave at school. And this thing lays it out for them. It organizes their books, and they can see it readily when they open it up. They can hang them in their lockers, open the bag like a garment bag, and they can see all the books they've got loaded into their backpack, and they can quickly and easily see which ones they've got to deal with.
And, just thinking about it, I have some young friends, mothers, and they always complain about their kids carrying those backpacks. And they're so young, like, second and third grade. I think it's when they start getting all those books. And some of the kids are really small, and they have to carry that backpack. So this is really something to help them out. So they don't have to have all that weight.
Absolutely, and the weight of the product is less than a pound. So our complete structure is less than a pound, which is pretty remarkable. I mean, we've gone through some pretty high-tech design modifications to get the weight really low. And I'll point out another idea is that people, kids won't wear belts. They won't strap the belt on their backpack. There are very few manufacturers that make student book bags that even have belts because it's not cool. Kids will not wear it. They won't snap a belt. And most adults that go hiking or do any serious camping, they know that to transfer the weight from their back to their hips, you've got to use that belt. Well, as I said, most manufacturers don't even provide a belt. So this is all happening with our insert inside the backpack. So once the backpack is loaded with the insert, you're done. You never have to load it again, and you never have to use a belt, but it's doing similar work like a belt would do. It's transferring the weight closer to the body.
Mm-hmm. And I just to see it too, because I travel a lot on the airplanes and stuff, and I see them throw those backpacks. Some are pretty darn big. So that could fit into any size backpack, because it's not just for books. It could be used for clothing. Is that correct? Like if they're carrying some clothes and some...
And laptops as well. It can hold a laptop inside of it, so it protects it, and, it has its own pocket for it. So it can be used for business, books, anything.
And what's interesting about the backpack world, and what we found out when we were designing this, is we went and measured all the backpacks. And for whatever reason, they all have the same dimensions on the back. It's the same space. It's like an E = MC² equation. And that's why we're able to fit into any existing backpack. And we also have two adjustable movements on our insert, so it can easily be handled or fitted into any existing backpack. And we have a lot of people coming at us talking about adult market, people that are busy moms or busy professionals that they're carrying other things besides just books. So we think this is going to really kind of put the backpack industry kind of upside down on its head as far as how people carry weight and how they think about carrying the significant weight that they're moving around with.
And it's healthy for the back and healthy for the shoulders too, because shoulders can be, those backpacks can really hurt your shoulders as well. I just noticed I tried a backpack about a year ago, running from the airport with my luggage and backpack, and it was like I had to take that thing off a couple times because it was just carrying too heavy on my back and my shoulders. But I noticed when you gave me, it was a year ago, and you did a test with me, and you said, can you tell the difference? And I remember that. I remember that quite well. And then when I met your children a couple of weeks ago, and they showed me the update of the backpack, the insert, I was really impressed with that. I thought, wow, this is really packaged really nice. But I can see just for my laptop or my iPod that I can throw that in and also throw some clothes and shoes. It has a little organizer in there that I can just throw in an overnight clothing. So I liked it for quick traveling.
Sure. And, people are always going to use backpacks, and we would encourage them to, because that's really the easiest way to carry around stuff. We just feel that we've got the best solution for that. There's people that actually will try and talk their students into using roller bags. But the problem with the roller bag is that people get overconfident with it. They say, well, it's on wheels, so I can just throw, the kitchen sink in here and I don't have to worry about what it's doing to my back. But the opposite's really true, because people still have to lift a roller bag into the school bus or into a locker or up the stairs, so they're actually carrying more weight, and it's not very ergonomic to be able to just pull things around. It's much more natural to have it on your back, and it's easier to get on planes with the backpack than a roller bag. I mean, have you ever been on a plane where you get on and they say, well, we don't have any more room for roller bags? It creates drama, so you can always find a place to put a backpack, and that's why we think this is a universal solution.
Yeah, not yet. I haven't had that problem yet, but I've seen others have their problem with that. And it's only 2 pounds. 2 ounces?
No. Under 1 pound.
Under 1 pound.
Just under 1 pound. And we had to figure out how to get to Mars to be able to do that, but we pulled it off.
Wow. And I'm sure you probably will have a lot of backpack companies that probably want to purchase this product from you to be able to resell that.
Well, Kathy, I'm going to be politically correct here, and I'm going to try and answer that question as neutrally as possible. I think it's not maybe in the best interest of the backpack manufacturers to necessarily purchase the backpack insert, because then they would be almost saying that their product has a flaw. And we actually believe all the backpacks out there are flawed in that they have no internal structure, no legitimate internal structure to handle the weight that people carry. So most backpack manufacturers are not going to do that. And that's fine, but we want to introduce it to the public so that the public can certainly purchase the solution from us. And we think we're very reasonably priced at $19.95 to solve that problem, and that's where we come in. We love people. Nothing bad against the manufacturers. They have their own agenda, and that's great. And there's a lot of great backpacks out there, but the majority of them have no internal structure to carry adequately and correctly the weight of laptops, textbooks, iPads, you name it. Anything that a professional or a busy mom would carry, there's no internal structure to keep that stuff, all that weight up against the back, and that's where we come in. We've got medical endorsements from orthopedic surgeons, from chiropractors. We've got some chiropractors that have done like a research study on our product. We've had mechanical engineers do study on it, and they've articulated how much big of a deal we're improving the weight that people have to carry.
Okay. Dad, I'm going to get back to Deja. Deja, what is unique about being a young inventor?
Something that is unique about us is when we come up with projects, we see the business environment in a kid's perspective, so we can figure out, because there's no way that we are thinking, oh, that can't be done because we're not at that old, and we're not older than what we are now, obviously. So I mean, it just shows that we have the motivation and the vision and the inspiration to be able to launch it and make it go somewhere.
Okay, and Canyon, what is the next project that you have?
The show. We're going to do a show about helping kids out and helping them launch their inventions and just motivating them to get out there.
And when you have this kids show, are you going to bring the kids on that invented the product?
Yeah, we're going to bring them on, talk to them, help them get out there, and mentor them.
Oh, that's good. And when would this be? Is it going to be this coming fall, that you're going to have a new show coming out?
Well, we don't know when, but we have a pilot that we just shot 3 weeks ago, and we're hoping that gets out there to the endorsers and just so they can see it.
Okay, and then see who can pick it up. And Deja, what kind of advice would you give your young, new inventors?
Some advice that I would give out is don't give up. Keep going, reach for the stars. It's also hard being a young inventor because you want to go hang out with your friends and you want to have that fun, but sometimes you need a reality check to be like, well, no, this is more important than that, and so, yeah.
But doesn't it, being a young inventor, takes discipline?
Yes, you do. There is a lot of discipline with it, but I mean, our dad, like, he has really supported us in being young inventors, so, I mean, we have that aspect of it, too.
Hmm. And due to the fact that, the marketplace can sometimes be adventurous and inventors of, any age, can you tell me, about the kid inventors to provide with product and placements? I mean, tell me, where do you go and get these kids who have these inventors? Asia, tell me about that. Hello?
So what we do, so what we do is I have, like, our friends, and we talk to our friends about it, and we promote it on Facebook, and we have a Facebook page because that gets it out in the public eye. And some of the things that we look at when we get a young inventor is we have to make sure the product is unique. There can't be anything else out there like it or similar to it, or it can't do the same thing as a different product does.
Is that kind of hard to do? Is that really hard? Because to me, that would be really hard to find something that's not copied.
Well, I don't think it's that, because a lot of kids are very creative, and they, like, come up with the craziest things. Like, I've seen a lot of crazy things, and we're just starting out. I mean, a lot of kids, have that creativity, and it's pretty awesome to see, like, what other people can come up with also. And then there's Google. You can just type it in to see if there's something else out there, so that's not a hard part.
Mm-hmm. Are you willing to travel all over the world to find that one unique product that some kid in France or in Europe somewhere to invent a unique product?
We hope to. I mean, there's so much out there that we can go and discover. What we're going to do with the show called Freshman Inventors is everybody's just going to, place their product and give us their ideas, and then we're going to go out and search for them and, talk to them and go out there and see them. So, yeah, we're hoping to do that.
Now, it's going to be kids only, right?
Actually, we don't want to use the word kids. We would prefer the word freshman because it's age 10 to 26. So we want to, like, broaden our demographic and get older and young kids. So
now, I think it was you or your brother, Canyon, gave me a spoon, and I found it really unique. It was something for hot soups and cold things that you put it in the refrigerator. Can you tell me a little bit about that spoon?
Yeah, it's called the Cool Spoon, and what it helps to do is you put it in the freezer, and it has this gel that you put in the freezer, you leave it in there for an hour, and it cools. So it freezes. If you have like chocolate or warm soup and you want to cool it down without blowing on it, take the spoon out, stir it around for like 2 minutes, and then it's not hot, it's mild, and then you can just eat it from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gave me one, and I haven't used it yet because it's been so hot out. But I was going to try it with like ice cream. Something. Do you think it's good to use when things are cold to keep it cold?
You can use it on anything hot or cold.
Cool. That's really good.
Cool with a K. That's cool with a K. So and Kathy Lee, it's at coolspoon.com is where they can see that product. So it's KOOLSPOON.com.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I noticed it was in the color blue. Are you going to get it in different colors?
We are. We're working on that now. We're going to have all the colors of the rainbow. So, and it's very affordable. And, there's a funny YouTube video on that website as well that talks about, how parents tend to take a long time blowing off their kid's spoon with whatever hot food or beverage they're trying to eat. So this takes that painful element out of the equation. It's just a couple 20, 40 seconds worth of stirring in the item, and then the kid's ready to eat the food or the beverage.
Mm-hmm. And what about would it come in different sizes? Because that's what I showed it to some people, some moms out there, and they love it. They loved it. Oh, this is really good. And especially say in the morning to get their kids to eat the hot cereal. It's too hot. Da, da, da. But would it become a smaller size?
Yes, it is. our final version has just come back from the manufacturer, and we've got it slimmed down. The profile is slimmed down considerably, and the gel that's inside the spoon, I need to make this notation, is not harmful. You could actually eat it all day long, and it wouldn't do anything to you. So if your kids drive over it with the car and start eating it, they will not get hurt. We have all the medical, the MSDS sheets on it.
Okay, I got a funny question to ask you.
Sure.
I showed to somebody who's a cook, a professional chef cook, and he loved it. He goes, wow, this would be really good to use in my kitchen. Are they going to come out with a big one? Because they always have to test the food, to make sure it's, flavored right and yada, yada, yada. And they asked about that. I had a few people ask if they're going to come out with like a big spoon. I mean, for those of you listening, mention the website again so they can look at it.
Sure, it's cool, but we spell it with a K, so KOOL spoon.com, coolspoon.com. And Kathy Lee, actually on our list is the big boy version, the industrial version of the Cool Spoon. We haven't made one yet, but it is something we've been asked about consistently, and it's like everything else. We prioritize our projects, and it's on the list, but we just haven't gotten to that one yet.
Yeah, because I said, this chef that I know, and he goes, oh, this is a cool spoon. I could use this in my, kitchen. And for making sure that, because sometimes those metal spoons that are, silverware that they have, they're very, very hot itself.
Right.
So that would be really good for them to be able to use to make sure that their sauces, he's owns an Italian restaurant, and make sure the sauces and stuff, the flavor is just perfect. Do you know what I mean?
Right. And I wanted to make a couple other quick points. The kids are always evaluating new products, so people can make submissions right to our Facebook page on Freshman Inventors, and we actually we'll mentor anyone. So even though our target demographic is age 10 to 26, if adults that are older want to submit to us, we will certainly entertain that. The kids will be happy to mentor them. And our whole point is basically that, Canyon and Deja have kind of shown that kids can do it and reach the market, get their products to the market, and we want to be able to help anybody else to do that. And there's a lot of sharks in the water that claim to help people, but they are sharks, and we found too many for us to deal with. So we've kind of decided, the kids decided on their own, they wanted to kind of turn their attention a little bit towards other people, helping them get their products to market. So that's why we've kind of opened up the barn door to look at everybody's submissions. There's no charge for it. We'll do a review of the product or the idea, and then if we have an interest to press on and mentor the people and help them with all of our strategic partners, we'll be happy to do that.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you listening again, please give that spoon website out again.
Sure, it's Cool Spoon, so KOOLSPOON.com, coolspoon.com.
And also to the backpack.
So the back pal. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. And on all these videos are loaded on the kids' Facebook page. So if you just go to the Freshman Inventors Facebook page, there's the videos for those products as well as probably another 20 or so that the kids are working on right now. So we have quite an inventory of products that we have in different stages of development, as well as other people's products that we're already helping get them to market.
Okay, and then say it one more time, it's freshman.com?
Right. Actually, it's on Facebook. So the only search term you have to use on Facebook is the name, and it's separated by a space, and it's called Freshman, and then there's a space, Inventors. Freshman Inventors, and you'll see a picture of Deja and Canyon on the front page, and you can't miss it.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And so anybody can submit their invention products and or what they're working on, or maybe even get some advice. Do you give out advice on that? The kids
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've got the kids do their part. I mean, they're the visionaries, but we've got some great strategic partners around us. We have partnerships with $500 million companies for distribution. We've got companies that can handle manufacturing, R&D, branding, advertising, distribution, prototypes. We've got one company in particular, they actually distribute in over 90 countries, and we work with them very closely. So we've got some really heavy hitters in the industry that are working very closely with us on the behind the scenes. And we've also got patent attorneys on our staff. We'll do patent reviews. We'll do patent searches. We don't charge the client for that. We don't charge the inventor for that. But we just want to make sure that people have their ducks in a row before they're ready to kind of jump off a cliff and try to get to the market.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be doing, I know there's I'm 90% in the door, but I know it's going to happen, but I'm going to be doing a Kathy Lee Parker show on like a video TV stream, besides I'm still be with LA Talk Radio, but I would love to have your kids come back and also to do a demonstration with the Back Pal kit, as well as that spoon. I'm sure you probably have them in different colors by then. Absolutely. As well as get those kids on my show to do a demonstration, let people see what this product is, and I'm sure you'll have other products by then, but I would like to work with your kids. I met them a couple weeks ago, and they're just adorable. They're smart, you can tell, and they're in with the in thing too.
And they talk a different language. Sometimes I have to ask them to decode what they're texting, or what they're saying. I some words that I use, they are like, no, that's not a cool word to use anymore. So there's the youth of our country. They're brilliant. I can barely buy an app on my iPhone, but there's young kids that can program apps. So, we're looking at all kinds of levels of sophistication when it comes to inventors.
With the freshmen, though, you're going to be able to interview kids to do these awesome apps, and they're coming out with the coolest stuff. I can't even keep up with them.
Yeah, for the pilot.
Mark, I can barely get around the computer, let alone all this, other stuff that come. No, I'm teasing. I can get around the computer. I finally did that last year. But to get around with the iPods and then phones, now it's just a whole new thing. And these kids are incredible. Matter of fact, they're the ones teaching me.
Right. And another topic to really throw out there really briefly for people that are interested in making inventions and products is that the patent law changed in March of this year pretty significantly, and a lot of people haven't heard about it. But in the old days, before March of 2013, if you filed for a patent and I find out that you stole my idea, and if I could go back and prove, hey, I had that idea, months or years ago, and I've had contracts with people, or I've had emails and letters talking about my invention, then I could go back to the patent office and say, hey, that person stole my idea. You should give me the patent. Mm-hmm. Well, now the rule has changed. The law has changed. The patent office made a huge change, and now it's whoever's first to file. So whoever gets to the patent office first, that's their idea for eternity. So that's why inventors have to be really careful who they share their idea with, because if they just tell somebody their idea, you can file online in less than 24 hours, and it could be somebody else's idea. I mean, their ownership. They would basically own your idea because they were the first to file. So, we do a lot of educational things as far as the mentoring and what we're going to do with Freshman Inventors, the TV show and the Facebook page and all those sorts of things. But that's one of the big headliners that's happened this year so far, is that now it's who's ever first to the courthouse at the U.S. Patent Office. So inventors really want to be careful who they talk to. They want to talk to as few people as possible and have them sign non-disclosure agreements as much as they're worth, and really be careful with who they deal with.
Mm-hmm. This is incredible, and your kids are on to something. I met you at Mark a couple of years ago at a new studio that opened up in Utah, and but anyway, and you telling me about your kids, and I'm like, yeah, right, these kids coming up with something. But then when I thought about it, when I walked away, I go, yeah, they know everything about the computer. in the internet. I'm sure they're going to come up with some cool stuff. But when you mentioned to me about the backpack, the insert that goes into backpacks, that's just incredible. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we think that's a legacy lever. I mean, there's some things that you do. A lot of things sell for whatever reasons. There's just a variety of reasons, and they do very well, and they don't really serve a purpose. They're just cute, kind of funny things. But we believe that the backpal is one of those things that really, is going to do very well in the marketplace because it solves two big problems. It solves how to deal with the weight in a backpack, and it deals with how to organize what you've got in your backpack. And nobody else is doing that as good as our insert is. We have no competition. There's nobody doing an insert. And, obviously our patents would protect us from people infringing on us to be able to do an insert into an existing backpack. So that's where we really feel like we have a competitive advantage.
Wonderful. I would like to ask Deja a question. What do you tell someone if you don't think they are ready for the marketplace?
Well, we don't want to bash on their product or how far they have come already. We just pretty much want to tell them that they need to go evaluate their product, or it's sometimes tough love. You have to just tell them that they're doing great, but they need to evaluate some things like product placement or their marketing, or how affordable it will be for somebody else. If it's a kid invention, then you want it to be affordable for the kids that want to go buy it, I mean, they don't have jobs, so we have to look at those main things.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's kind of hard to tell somebody right off that, well, give it another year.
Yeah, or we tell them, we try and give them specific steps that will help prepare them to go to the next level. This might include more research to make sure there is a real market for the product, like I said. So.
And the research, you have the information to give to them, right?
Yes.
And I should highlight that real quick, Kathy Lee. One of our strategic partners has a really interesting setup with research. They actually have online focus groups. So that's what they did with the backpal. We have not launched the product yet, but they did a study for us, and they shared it with 500 consumers. And the study comes back, it's about 24 pages, and it tells you everything that the consumer is saying. It tells you how many they'll buy, if they like the color, what purchase price, what demographics are interested in it. It goes on and on and on and on and on. And our numbers just were blowing the charts off the ceiling. And that's why we've got some significant conversations going with several large box stores right now, because the market research was so good. And too often, people kind of shotgun at the market. They just try and throw spaghetti on the wall hoping it'll stick, but they don't do the right research to figure out what they need to do to tweak their product.
Hey, some kid may invent the spaghetti to stick up there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, that's something that they love to do, throw that stuff up there. But anyway, Canyon, I would like to ask you a question. What kind of resource are available for the new and young inventor?
Well, the private and public sector have no quite figured this out. One of our favorite free resources, and you will not hear then after, and the Service Co. of Retired
Executives. This is a government-sponsored program where retired executives give their advice. So if there's an inventor and they're older or something, they can go onto this website and give other people advice as well. But it's not the young group that we would like to target.
Oh, so what group would you like to target?
More of like we said, the age 10 to 26, the younger, more not, they just don't have the right resources that they need. So we're going to be that resource for them.
Mm-hmm. Canyon, what does your friends think of your inventing activities?
Well, they think it's cool. I showed them a while back, and they thought that it was cool, and they wanted to use it. But we just need to get out there and get our product going so we can sell them in every store, and so they can buy it.
Mm-hmm. A question between the both of you: how much is that backpack insert going to be? That backpack insert going to be costing for someone?
It's going to cost $19.95.
That's all?
Yeah.
Wow, that's inexpensive. For those of you who have seen it, please go to the YouTube video. What's that YouTube website?
Yeah, and again, if they go to Freshman Inventors on Facebook, it's loaded there. So they just have to go to the Freshman Inventors Facebook page, and they just click at it right on the Facebook page.
That is only $19.95. That is awesome.
And the video is to die for. The video is hilarious. It's educational, but it's also very entertaining.
Yeah, I saw the video. I like when the kid gets thrown to the street, but the backpack's so heavy. But anyway, it's a funny video, and as well as it's educational, and it is true. Those backpacks can get really heavy in the back. And I'm glad there's something out there to give that support, especially for the young, kids that are in elementary school, that their mom's going to be saying, hey, I like this. I'm going to give it a try, so that their kids can be used.
And the market in the U.S., you wouldn't believe this, but there's almost a third of the U.S. population, about 78 million people are students of one sort or another. So the market's pretty significant, and that's just U.S. numbers. That doesn't include the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm. And for those who want to buy it overseas, like in Canada and elsewhere, is it still going to be $19.95?
Yep.
Okay. You guys are going to be busy, especially this fall. Now, when are they going to be coming out again? Probably sometime in a month or next couple weeks.
Yes, about 6 weeks. About 6 weeks is what we're looking at. And of course, I'm sure there's an attorney listening to me, so I want to make sure we say $19.95 plus shipping and handling. So make sure we got that covered, so that somebody doesn't come back and say, well, you said $19.95, and that's all I'm going to pay you. Get it to me in Taiwan. So I want to make sure I make that correction.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll see that. I'm sure. I'm hoping they would understand it's more than just the $19.95 for shipping and handling. Yeah. And this is great. Do you have any other projects that you're going to be coming out with besides just a show, but any cool items and stuff, or clothing? Any cool clothes?
We haven't gone down the clothing route yet. We have some people that are we've actually got scheduled to present to us on clothing. We've got a bunch of things that we're working on, and unfortunately we can't talk about several of them because we haven't done the patent work yet. We can't disclose that stuff, but it's fun. I mean, it's for us. For us as a family, it's our passion. I mean, we drive around and we just kind of brainstorm in the car about different ideas, and we'll look at different things and kind of just talk about them. And it's really something that has actually brought us closer as a family, and something that's really fun and creative to do with my kids. And I think other people should consider that, to foster the creativity in their kids. And it's a great adventure. I mean, certainly it has its financial rewards, but that wasn't the motivation for us. It was more to help other people and get products to the market that help people in their daily lives. That was our primary objective. But if people can be self-sufficient and control their own destiny, there's no promises in the world anymore. So that's why we really like the inventor and the creative space, is because people can control their own destiny and kind of have a bit of financial independence when they get the right product of theirs to market.
Mm-hmm. And this is for Deja. Have you had to make sacrifice to stay focused on any of your projects?
Definitely. Today, actually, right before we did this call, I wanted to go hang out with my friend Kelsey, and my dad's like, oh, we have to do this to get our product out there and, to advertise. So I was like, oh, okay. So, I mean, Dad really takes that into consideration, that we can still have fun, but still know when it's time to be serious.
But come on, Deja, you met me. You want to come on my show?
Yes, of course I do.
I definitely, when I do this TV show it will be with Forecast TV. And if I do that, I definitely want both of you kids to come on. And I'm sure hopefully we'll have another item, but other than that, especially for the spoon, do some demonstrations with that spoon, and we'll have some fun with that. And also too, with the weight of the insert of the backpack, I think that would be a blast. I mean, knowing you guys, you probably have me put it on and put rocks in there and say, okay, Kathy, start walking.
Yeah.
But anyway, between the two of you, as brother and sister, do you fight with over a project that you want to come up with, or do you just work together?
We use, two heads are better than one, or whatever they say. So we brainstorm together, and then we give the idea to Dad, and then he takes it out into the market. And so we're more of like brainstorming things and coming up with the idea, and then Dad will go out there and try to find somebody to make it happen or do it himself.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to thank the both of you for coming on my show. I think it was fun, and I look forward to seeing you guys later this summer, and especially definitely the later this summer and the first of the fall, to talk about your projects and get you back on again. And but I'm really excited to see more about that backpack as well as the spoon.
Yeah, definitely. We're
the insert.
really excited.
Yeah, the insert for the backpack. So give out the information again one more time where they can get the spoon.
So if you just go to Facebook, like my dad said, you can just type in Freshman Inventors, and our whole Facebook website will be there, and it'll have a picture of me and my brother, or my brother and I, and all the videos and everything, all the inventions that we've done, all the tutorials or anything is just on there. If you can just click on the videos that are on our Facebook homepage. Okay,
I will be watching you two and see what you're coming up with, and I look forward to having you back on again. Even if when you do have your own show, please do, in a couple months come back and let me know how that is, and, the people that you meet and everything.
And certainly, we understand this is being broadcast in L.A., so we're welcome to your entertainment clients coming at us and seeing if they'd like to support our show. We're currently looking for sponsors.
Okay, that's wonderful to know. And for those of you, please go to their Facebook page for more information or to contact them. Please do so. And I'd like to thank you, Deja and Canyon, for coming on my show.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Okay, and I look forward to seeing you later this summer.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, guys. Bye. I'd like to thank my sponsors. They are Runabout Shuttle, when you need to be prompt on time, reliable transportation that you can count on. Now remember, this is Runabout Shuttle in Salt Lake City and Park City. So if you're visiting Salt Lake City or the resort in Park City, Runabout Shuttle is someone to call to give you transportation. Then we have crugs.com. No middleman, amazing, unique pieces of furniture, cool rugs, incredible accessories for your home or office. That's CSEE rugs.com. Then we have Mattress Warehouse in Utah. They have 7 locations in Utah. The lowest price is guaranteed or it's free. They have name brands that you can trust. They have a beautiful showrooms. You should check it out if you're in Utah. Then we have Mr. Handyman in Utah. When you need to do this, please give them a call for your home repairs inside and out. And also, to let you know, they also work on commercial property as well. And then we have Protobucks, the world's first response to cash rebate, the only app that gives you quick to getting cash when you need it. That's protobucks.com. For more information on my sponsors, please go to thekathyleeparkershow.com. And thank you so much for listening in. Have a great evening.
You're listening to The Kathy Lee Parker Show, right here on LA Talk Radio.